Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome to my channel. Today I am here to talk about kind of where I'm taking my channel. There's not going to be a lot of changes. And while I'm talking to you, I'm going to go ahead and make some watercolor paper because I need some more. And I don't do face videos very well. It's very hard for me to do that. So I'm going to just go ahead and make some watercolor papers, which is just plain old kids watercolor markers, just plain old kids markers that are washable. And you need 2 pieces of plastic of any sort. This is just a file folder and some spray water and some paper. And I'm just going to go through like how to do this really quick, and then I'm going to chat with you about my channel. So I'm going to go through the part that I'm having a hard time with first, and then I'll go to the good part last. So because there's something kind of cool coming up. But all you need to do is just take your watercolor and these are just great big fat markers. I got them on clearance at the craft outlet that I go to, but any watercolor markers work just fine. Or I call them watercolor markers. They're just kids markers is all they are. And so you just scribble some on a piece of plastic, spray it with some water, then take another piece of plastic and put it on top and just kind of smush it around. That kind of gets rid of the lines, and you do want to smush it wherever you colored so that you don't have like lines, scribble lines from your markers on the paper that you're going to put it on. And then just take this one and turn it over and lay it flat because you're going to have color on both sides. And then just take a piece of paper. I wanted to try, I've always just done this with plain old copy paper, and so I thought I'm going to do some book pages and some music paper and see how that looks. So, and I have some regular copy paper too. So now you can do it just one side at a time, and then this is what it looks like, and it just gives a nice effect. It just gives you a nice little background. If you want to do both sides of your paper, then you can literally just turn the other one over and do this all. You can do this all at once. Just peel them apart, put your paper in, put this one back on top, and then it will do both sides. And if you don't have enough, if you don't like how much is on there, then you just go ahead. Like I think I'm going to put a little more color on this one. And so then you just go ahead, put some more color on your paper, and then you can pick and choose where you want to put your color. If you say, well, I didn't hardly get any here, then you can just take this and put it on there and just get your color where you want it. So okay, so where's my channel going? If you watch my channel, you've obviously seen that I did put commercials on my channel, which is something that I had been avoiding. But, I just kind of decided that it kind of would be nice to be able to possibly make a little bit of money for the things that I do on my channel. So I did put commercials on. It said that it would take about a month or 2 months for them to make a decision, and they made a decision like in 2 days and started putting commercials on there. So I didn't get a chance to give you fair warning before it started, or even to ask you about it, because I was going to see what y'all thought. And so I'm hoping that that doesn't bother you. The other thing is that I don't know anything about this stuff, and when I watch my videos, like they don't show commercials because I watch them in my editor to make sure that everything is okay. But I believe, I'm hoping, that I only have commercials at the beginning, or maybe the beginning and the very end of my videos, not like where they pop up all the way through the middle. Personally, I don't really care for that. I hate to be in the middle of something and have a commercial pop up in the middle. So if they are popping up in the middle, would you let me know that so I can try and figure out how to make that not happen? Because I think that there are like maybe different choices that you can make, and I just like signed up for it. It didn't really give me choices, so I kind of don't get it. But if they're popping up in the middle, if you would let me know, I do want to try and not have that happen. And so that's the first thing. I have put that on there. And then the other thing is that I've always had a bit of a problem. I've done some recycle store kits, and the last time that I went to the craft outlet, which is a craft outlet in the big city near me, and my husband and I, we go to that city usually about once a month when my brother comes and takes care of my dad, which you all know as Papa. And they had just some really good deals, and I picked up a bunch of stuff for myself. And the more I thought about it, I was in the checkout line, and I thought, I really want to make like some kits because the deals were good. And so I did. I picked up one of everything that I got for me to put in 5 different kits. And but it's hard for me to do that because my videos are build your stash and craft on $5 a week budget and journal on a budget. So I hate to sell anything, but yet, you know, when I get a really good deal, it's kind of like I want everybody to have maybe a chance. Now, the hardest part is that when I get a really good deal, well, then I have to add postage onto it. So that makes it not as good of a deal as I got. And, you know, and the thing is, if you are on a budget and you're following the Build Your Stash series, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some kits, and they are going to be on Mondays. And I'm just going to call it Market Monday. And on Market Mondays, and that won't be every Monday, it'll just be when I do it, it will be on a Monday. So if you see a video on a Monday, then that video is going to have something to do with possibly something that I'm selling. It may be a video on how I use what I'm selling, or, you know, and then the kit or whatever, but I will not put those videos throughout the week. I will not solicit the purchase of things for my series, like, oh, you know, you can go and buy these things from me so that you can do my series. It will be totally detached, and it will be on Mondays, and then I mail on Thursdays, because on Thursday is the day that I go do my grocery shopping and go do my banking, because I have Papa here. So I only leave and go to town one time a week. So I figure if I put kits up on Monday, then everything, anybody that wants one, you know, everything should be taken care of by Thursday, and I can get it out in the mail. So that is something that I'm thinking of doing. If you think it's a really bad idea, please let me know. You know, I mean, I'm having such a hard time. You know, my husband said, you know, just don't worry about it and do it. But I have a hard time being that I'm, you know, doing a budget series. I'm not going to charge you a bunch of money for things. But then again, I am going to be starting to sell some of my journals, or I'm going to offer them here. It's easier to offer them here than to take them to the consignment store, and then I don't have to, you know, go in and do that. And so I am going to offer some of my journals as I go through. I'm going to offer those for sale, and those are not going to be cheap. But other things, if I do the recycle store or the craft store, I'm going to have $25 kits, and I do up a certain number of kits. I don't like I'm having such a hard time with this. Well, the pink doesn't have a tip on it. It didn't when I bought it. That's why it was on sale. But I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, the kits, the number of kits. I do my kits ahead of time before I even do my videos. They're all done up. I leave one open so that I can show you what it is. And the others are all put together and sealed because to me, I have to have them ready to go. When you're a caregiver, you really never know what kind of time you're going to have or what kind of things are going to come up. And so, you know, I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to put a kit out there and have the stuff to put a kit together and then have something happen and I have a bunch of orders and I don't have time to put them together. So so my kits are ready. If I say I have 5 kits, then I have 5 kits that are ready to go. And the next time that I go to the city, then I'll get more stuff, or maybe I'll get enough for 2 sets of kits when I go to the city. You know, but they'll only be available just however many I have because they're ready to go. And when I go, I pretty much pick up enough to make a certain number of kits, whether it be 5 or 10. I just pick up that much. And so that way they're ready to go. They're sealed. The only thing I have to do is put your address on them and then take them to the post office. So that is why I do it that way. But I've also had, you know, like requests for my stencils, and I bought a a scan and cut so that I could do my stencils, and I have my own designed stencils, and then I've never done it. And I've even had requests even after I got it, you know, are you going to do this, you know, or I'm waiting, and I just have a hard time selling things. So I'm going to try selling things, and I apologize for this, like, just going on and on, but I'm just, I don't know, I'm just uncomfortable with this. So, you know, I may be offering my stencils because that's what I bought the scan and cut for, but I'm going to also do it the same way. I just have problems with, you know, like now with the stencils. What if my machine breaks? What if my my blade goes bad or something, and I've already sold a certain number? So when I do the stencils, I'm going to do them up in like little sets, and have them all ready to go. They're already going to be cut, you know, and then I'll be able to say, okay, this is the kit, and this is how much it is, and it will be all ready to go. So, and I think I'm going to do like sets of 3, and I think that they're probably going to be $20. The hardest part with doing anything, because I am so financially money conscious, I have not worked since 2006 when I quit my job to stay home and take care of my mother, and now I still stay home and take care of Papa. So I'm really financially conscious, and you know, so the thing is, to me, you know, $20 or $25 seems to be a lot of money. And to a lot of us, I'm sure that that is a lot of money. So, but with the postage being almost $10, it's 8 something now, I think, if I do a mailer envelope. You know, if I sell something for $20, then the product that I'm selling, you know, I'm going to get $10 for, less whatever it is that I paid for it, which I'm not looking to get rich. I'm not looking to make a bunch of money. I'm just kind of looking to make a little bit of money and kind of share some cool things that I think are cool. So I think that that's pretty much what I have. It's like, you know, I've had people ask me about Patreon, or people say things about Patreon, you know, like, well, maybe you ought to do this or that, or and I don't want to do that, because that's another thing where you promise people things that I don't know that I can deliver. And I can't promise something that I can't deliver. That would just be too awful to me to, I mean, even if I had a good reason, I can't do that. I have to be able to say it's ready to go, and I'm good with that. And the same thing with an Etsy store. You know, like with all the little recycle bits, I've had people say, why don't you do an Etsy store so we can pick and choose what we want? The problem with that is that I can't guarantee that I can pull all those things off a shelf and put them together and send them to you, because I don't know where, you know, I'll be on any certain day. So, you know, so I'm not doing an Etsy, I'm not doing Patreon, because I just don't think that I can keep up with something. I can't guarantee it. And if I can't guarantee it, then I don't want to even be thinking about it. So that's that. That was my really hard part. I am going to, on Mondays, be doing things where I'm going to be trying to make a little bit of money. And like I said, if you don't have any money, don't watch Mondays at all, because you don't even want to be tempted. And, you know, and if you think I don't really want to buy anything online, or I don't want to pay $20 or $25 for some kind of a kit that, you know, I just don't want to do that, then, you know, just don't watch Mondays. And I'm going to keep it to Mondays. It will not draw into my others. I'm keeping up my other ones. I'm keeping up my Build Your Stash and Craft so long as I can think of things to do, or so long as you guys make suggestions on things that you're looking for. I had a suggestion this last week of something I had never even heard of. I think it might be kind of new, and it's really quite cool. And it's coming up. It won't be for a couple weeks. Well, it won't be for at least, it's going to be probably about 4 weeks, because I still have some tweaking to do to get it to where it's going to be good for us to use. And then I run 2 weeks ahead. My videos, I have this week's videos are all done. Next week's videos are done. And again, they're scheduled to go. So that way, if something comes up, the videos still come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, but yeah, so long as you guys, if you see something that you like, maybe I can do it and maybe I can't. But if you see something you like and you think that's just too expensive and I can't afford to pay for that, or I don't want to pay for that, you know, make a suggestion and ask me if I can figure out a way to do it, and I will look into it. So long as I can come up with ideas, or you guys can come up with ideas, I will keep going with my Build Your Stash and Craft series. And, you know, and the same with the journaling on a budget, you know, so long as I'm having fun making the journals. And that one's a totally different one. You know, the Build Your Stash and Craft, that was my original series, and that is the series that I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy that people say, wow, you know, I wanted one of those, and, you know, I couldn't afford it, and I'm really cool. This is cool that I can make my own, and that makes me happy. That's what makes me happy. And so I'm really glad that we can do these things together. So, and then the good news, the kind of cool thing, at least it's cool to me, is when I showed my lap book, a lot of people wanted to know if I would do a tutorial on the lap book. And a lap book is really extensive. There's a lot to it, but they're a blast to make. They take time. You're not going to do it overnight, but I haven't said much about it because I'm still in the process of making it. It's not quite done, but it's getting very close. I probably have about 5 or 6 more videos to go, and then that will be put up on my channel. I'm not going to put it up until it is completed, and then I will do a video at the start to show you what it looks like and let you know about the series, and then the series will go up. So because I do not want to get started and get halfway through and all of a sudden I don't have time to do it, or I lose interest or whatever, and I never get it done. So the series, by the time it comes up, and that's going to be probably another month, but by the time that comes up, the series will be completed, and then the videos will start coming out. So that's my exciting news, and that, again, that is one that at the end of that, you know, once it's done, I am going to sell that lap book also, because I have my own, and I think it's turning out really cool. And so it's just something that I'm going to offer it here before I take it anywhere else. So because I just think it's easier, and I think it's kind of cool that, you know, like if you've watched me make it and you want it, you know, that's kind of cool that, you know, that you want it because you saw me make it, and, you know, that's, I don't know. But anyway, so that's my cool news. My cool news is that series is coming out because I've had a lot of you requesting a tutorial on the lap books, and I learned it from Nick the Booksmith, and she has a whole good series out there on it, which I have mentioned to you before, but I've had people say that they just wanted to see me do a tutorial on it, and would I please do it, and I really have fun doing them. When this one is done, I might do another one. I don't know for sure because they really are. There's a lot to them, but they're fun. And the thing is that they're so fun because, like, you just do all different things in them. It's, you know, it's not just a standard, you do this or that. I mean, there's so many cool things. So I will be doing those. That will be coming out pretty soon. So thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me just talk on and on and on. Repeat myself I don't know how many times, but I really do appreciate all of your support, and I am going to also on my lap book series, I am going to put a donation if you want to do a donation to help support my channel. I will put a PayPal link for donations on that video series only, because I had some people say, well, do a patron class or do some kind of a paid class, and, you know, and I don't want to do that. I want my videos to be available to everyone. If you can't afford to do a paid class, I sure as heck don't want to put it out there and you really would like to do it and you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, that is totally fine. Watch it, enjoy it. That's exactly why I did it. And so, you know, there is no need for anyone to even think that they need to make any kind of a donation or support of the channel. That's not what it's there for. But because I had a lot of people say that class I should do an actual class for, And I didn't want to do a class that wasn't available to everyone. That's the way that I thought I would put it up there. So if you like it and you want to just donate a little something, you can do that. And if you like it, but you can't support, donate anything, that's really great too. I mean, you support my channel by watching. I mean, now that I put commercials on there, I don't know how that works out, but so, they say you get a few cents for like every time somebody watches. So eventually that'll add up. And just by watching my channel, just by leaving me comments and letting me know, whether or not you liked something. And I don't mind it if you didn't like something either. If you don't like something, please let me know. Because it makes a difference to me. So, I can't please everyone, but I can try. So, but let's throw these papers out here and we'll leave this, see what they look like. So I like them on, I've never tried it. I don't know why I didn't do it on book pages. Maybe I have, because I really like that. But they turn out really cool. I really like that. Like I said, if you only want to do one side, you can just flip this over, do one paper on the one, and then do one paper on the other, and then you'll get twice as many papers, but they'll only be one-sided. So the blue and the purple are always my favorite. They're always my go-to. And but I really do like the way these turned out. Thank you very much for spending your time with me and listening. And like I said, if you think that this is a good idea, a bad idea, I just, I don't want my channel to turn into something where you feel that as though I'm just trying to sell you something, because that's really not it. So I will keep anything that has to do with selling anything on Mondays, and everything else will be, my Build Your Stash and my Journaling on a Budget will not change at all. So thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.